Alright, what's up, world? Andy tuning in right now. I got a new recipe for me. Never tried this before. Never made no type of bread, so I'm gonna get to it. We're gonna make our banana bread, and that was my oven preheating to 350 degrees Fahrenheit. I don't really time that, just happened. But we're gonna start right now with what is it? 1/3 of a cup of your neutral oil. I'm gonna use olive oil today. 1/3 of a cup. Okay, and I think it was 3/4 cup of organic brown or coconut sugar. Just a little bit. Now I don't have a stand-up mixer or stand mixer, so I'm gonna do this manually, the old school way. Hold on, give it a little small. Okay. Maybe shouldn't have used the same measuring cup for the oil and sugar, but it is what it is, y'all. Okay. Stir that up. So well mixed. Next step, after we get this nice and mixed, we're going to be adding our egg replacements. Today I decided I was going to switch the recipe a little bit. I don't really want to use aquafaba, which is the water for chickpeas, like in a canned chickpea. Okay. What I did though was I added 2 tablespoons of chia seeds and 6 tablespoons of water. So it's a 3-to-1 ratio of chia seeds and water. Alright, that's our egg replacements. Okay. Get it all in there. Now what I did for that chia seed, I just added the chia seeds and water together, 3-to-1 ratio. And I just let it sit, stirring occasionally. Make sure all the chia seeds are immersed in the liquid. Now we stir. Alright, next up would be our vegan buttermilk. I use my own almond milk that I made today with about a tablespoon of lemon. Been sitting there for maybe a few minutes. No big deal. Okay. And then after adding the vegan buttermilk, we're gonna add, it says a teaspoon of vanilla extract, but I'm always gonna do a slightly bit more. That should be enough. Maybe a teaspoon and a half is what I put in. Okay. Stir some more. Now, of course, to have banana bread, you gotta have bananas, right? So what I did is just bought these bananas, but the lady in the video, I don't know her name yet, but great recommendation. Look how they came out. They were super ripe. No, not ripe actually. They were kind of yellow, kind of greenish, but made it happen, y'all. She recommended to be in the oven at 300 degrees Fahrenheit for about 10 to 15 minutes until they get oozy like that. Just so you don't think I'm lying. The bananas that I charred up were this color. You know, compared to, this is what they look like after the oven. It's a great trick, great hack. Alright, now I'm gonna mash these up. She recommended the recipe to mash them up beforehand, but wasn't trying to wash too many dishes, so it is what it is. Okay. Now, next part will be our flour. A lot of people that I've been researching, a lot of different stuff in articles, it says to add different types of flour for different reasons. So what I did today, went out and bought some flour. Because it's my first time making bread, so I have all the equipment, all the right stuff. I used, it calls for 2 cups of flour. So I used 1 cup of almond flour and 1 cup of, I think it was amaranth or buckwheat. Let me check real quick. So yeah, I used buckwheat flour, and then I used my local groceries almond flour. Every different type of flour gives a different type of texture and flavor profile, so I went with those 2. I'm also trying to be careful with the sugar intake. Okay. Alright, so we got our 2 cups of different flour. Measured correctly. So 2 cups of flour and about, it says 1/4 teaspoon of sea salt, so I'm gonna say a pinch. I'm not gonna measure all that crazy. 1 teaspoon of baking soda. I'm gonna end up eyeballing that baking soda. Ooh, that was a little too much. Pinch out the excess. This is real home cooking, y'all. Baking soda, and then it says optional ground cinnamon, but man, something about sweets and cinnamon. And for me, always with cinnamon, I was thinking about this before making this video, that for some reason nutmeg always seems to follow cinnamon in almost every recipe or drink or what have you. And just a sprinkle as well, maybe half a teaspoon. Okay, cool. Alright, get this stirring. I think that might be all the steps. Alright. Okay. I recommend to use a spoon. I don't have a rubber spatula, so I'm gonna use a spoon. And I'm guessing to not knead it or to mix it so too much. I noticed a lot of people say that if you mix too much, it'll come out kind of, I don't know, just not what you're looking for. I haven't made bread yet, so this is all new to me. Hopefully y'all can still see this in the video. Yes sir, yes sir. Okay, and like I said, the bananas is busting. It's not too mashed up. And what I forgot to do, but I'm gonna do it right now. I can't resist doing this. I'm gonna put some walnuts in the mix. Normally you chop them up, but for some reason just a nice crush with the fingertips. That should be all it needs. Don't want to do too much, but because you know it is a banana, but you could make it a banana nut bread, something delicious. And the lady, she recommended chocolate chips. I wasn't in the mood to put some chocolate. Just want to see what this tastes like. So, you know, some big chunks, some small chunks. There's walnuts, and you can do all kinds of things. You can use pecans. You can go crazy with this, I'm sure. But I want to keep it somewhat simple. Let me turn my. Okay. Get this going. Okay. Alright, and the recipe said to don't overmix, like I said earlier. And if you see a little flour still, don't sweat it too hard. Alright. I think I'm ready to pour this in my bread dough pan. Alright, let me check this grid though. Okay. Alright, yeah, I think it's ready. Alright, pour into the bread pan, and I wanted actually a bigger bread pan, but this might be the right size. For some reason it seemed small when I was looking at it at the store, but maybe I also don't need too much bread. That's a good thing that happened. Okay, try to get every little bit. I like to not waste food and just everything, honestly. Be resourceful. Alright, now we're gonna smooth it out. Smooth it out. Now this little pan, I cleaned it as soon as I bought it, and I spread it down with a little bit of coconut oil. Nothing too crazy. Alright. And it does recommend to use the 4th banana. Okay. Look. Oh my Jesus. Okay. Ooh, what? This is gonna look crazy. Something like that. She kind of curved it to make a cool little design. I was digging it. Oh, what? Oh, what? That's so cool. That's pretty kind. And then she recommended to use a little bit of sugar. Don't want to use too much more. I use already well, almost a cup of this stuff. Just want to dust it on top. Like a little crust. And into the oven, y'all. So after this, oh, you ain't even seen it. Oh, look at that. Come on. Come on, man. Cool little setup. We got the parchment paper on the bottom, so we can lift it up nice and easy. And this should go, I think it said, what? About 50 minutes, yo. 50 minutes. Alright, yeah. Bake in the preheated oven for 45 to 55 minutes. So, be right back, y'all. As soon as this is done. Be right back with the results. Peace. Alright, y'all, this is the banana bread. The end result. It's been cooling down for way more than an hour. I already ate and made sure I had enough to eat so I wouldn't bother it. The lady, I need to know her name, but the lady from Rainbow Plant Life, she recommended at least 30 minutes, so I made sure I had a bunch of stuff to eat. But anyways, that's what it looks like. The walnuts seem to have sunk down below. Maybe next time add more. I was kind of in a pinch, made this on the fly while I was making my tomato sauce, but let me give it a try. Okay. Okay. It's a little crunchy on the outside, especially between these or on these sides. The top not so much, for sure the bottom, but the inside is definitely chewy, fluffy, not too dense, and you get a slight hit of walnuts. I'm excited about this part though, sugary kind of crust on the banana. I'm gonna dig into this, y'all. Got leftover almond milk. Appreciate y'all watching, man. Hopefully you try this. It was satisfying to make this because I've been dreaming about making banana bread. Just haven't had the time, but just not the focus to make myself some bread. And in the future, I'm gonna start making, you know, loaves of bread for my PB&Js and desserts that can be low cost and you know, highly efficient, because it's hard to find buckwheat or like low glycemic breads. I'm trying to watch that sugar and how it affects me, you know. But yeah, man, this is what it is. A little walnut banana bread. Thank y'all for watching, man. Hope you try this for real. Alright, y'all. Peace.